You may be standing beside a life that no longer feels like yours. The old dream did not come true. The safe job feels too small. The next path looks late, risky, and unclear. That fear can make you believe your best years are behind you. But Vera Wang's story offers a harder, kinder truth. A new beginning may not erase your past. It may finally give your past a place to work. The pain is often quiet. No crowd sees it. No bell rings to mark the moment when you admit that one dream has ended. You still go to work. You still answer messages. You still smile when people ask how things are going. Yet inside, a question keeps pressing against you. If I change now, what was all that time for? That question can freeze a life before failure ever gets the chance. Vera Wang knew the pressure of an unfinished dream. Before bridal design, she spent years pursuing figure skating. The sport asks for grace, balance, control, and endless practice. A skater can train for one perfect moment, then lose it in a breath. Wang wanted to reach the United States Olympic team, but that goal did not happen. The dream closed. The work did not vanish. That kind of defeat can cut deep because it attacks more than a plan. It can make you doubt your own name. You may think, if I was truly gifted, I would have made it. If I was meant for this, the door would have opened. But a closed door does not prove that your effort had no value. It proves that one result could not carry the full weight of your life. After figure skating, Wang entered fashion and built a respected career at Vogue. She learned how clothes move, how shape changes a body, and how small details can alter the way a person feels. She was no longer chasing a place on the United States Olympic team. Still, the habits of the rink traveled with her. Precision followed. Patience followed. The eye for form followed. That is the first lesson for the person who feels behind. You are not only the title on your work card, you are also the skills hidden inside the years. The failed exam may have taught you how to study. The hard job may have taught you how to solve problems. The broken plan may have taught you what matters. Your past can be painful and useful at the same time. Wang later worked with Ralph Lauren, adding more knowledge to her fashion life. Each chapter gave her a closer view of design and of the people who wear it. This matters because change rarely begins with a blank page. It often begins when someone notices a pattern. Wang had spent years learning what made clothing feel right, what made it feel special, and what people hoped to express through it. You may be waiting for a perfect sign before you move. A new degree, a large savings account, a room full of people telling you that your idea is safe. But clarity often grows after action, not before it. Wang did not step into bridal design with no history. She carried years of close work with fashion. The risk was real, but so was the preparation. At 40, Wang left her known path and opened her first bridal design store in 1990. That age can sound late when the world praises early winners. We are told to choose fast, rise fast, and prove ourselves before the clock seems to judge us. Her decision challenged that rule. 40 was not a magic number. It was simply the age when her next chapter became more important than protecting her old one. Leaving a known role can feel like stepping onto thin ice. You lose the comfort of being good at something familiar. You may also lose the praise that came with it. People might not understand why you would trade a clear path for a hard question, and the new path may not reward you at once. A brave choice is not always loud. Sometimes it is the private act of accepting uncertainty. This is called cognitive reframing. It means changing the meaning you give an event. Missing the United States Olympic team can mean my dream is over and my time was wasted. Or it can mean I learned discipline, movement, and control in a place that was preparing me for work I could not yet see. The facts stay the same. The meaning changes. Then your next choice can change too. Do not use that idea to deny pain. Wang's disappointment was still a disappointment. Your rejection is still a rejection. A loss does not become good just because we force a smile over it. The useful question is smaller and more honest. What did this chapter train in me? What can I carry forward? Start there, not with a grand life plan. With one skill you can use this week, write down 3 abilities from an old chapter. Keep them plain. Maybe you can organize, listen, design, teach, repair, lead, or stay calm under pressure. Then connect one ability to one small test. If you know how to write, draft 1 page. If you understand people, ask one person what they need. If you have an eye for detail, improve 1 piece of work. A small test can reveal more than endless thought. This builds self-efficacy, which means the belief that you can take action and handle the next task. It does not mean you believe everything will work. It means you collect proof that you can move. Every small promise kept gives your mind a new record. You begin to see yourself not as someone waiting for rescue, but as someone who can make a careful next move. That shift also changes your daily habits. Identity-based habits are actions built around the person you are becoming. Instead of saying, I am trying to start over, you say, I am someone who practices a new skill for 20 minutes. Instead of waiting to feel fearless, you act as a learner. The action may look small from the outside. Inside, it is a vote against the old identity. A reset can also affect the people close to you. When you change direction, some may fear your uncertainty because it touches their own. Others may prefer the version of you they already understand. You do not need to attack them, and you do not need to explain every step. A clear boundary can sound simple. This matters to me, and I am giving it a fair test. Your life needs room to grow. The bridal store Wang opened in 1990 was not proof that every risk works. Her story does not say timing never matters. Money, health, family needs, and access can shape what choices are possible. It would be cruel to ignore those facts. Her example gives us something more honest. Starting later is not the same as starting from nothing. Experience can become a bridge, even when the future is still unknown. Inside that change was a clear understanding of what brides wanted. Wang could use what she had learned from fashion while entering a new field. The old chapter was not copied. It was reshaped. That is what progress may ask from you. Do not drag your past behind you like a chain. Take the useful parts. Leave the parts that no longer fit. Build with what remains. Fear will still visit. When it does, practice emotional regulation. That means noticing what you feel, giving the feeling a name, and choosing your next action without letting the feeling command your whole life. You can say, I feel afraid, and I can still make one call. I feel tired, and I can still rest with a plan to return. Fear is information. It is not always an order. There may be days when the new work feels clumsy. You may compare your first attempt with another person's 10th year. That comparison can crush courage before skill has time to grow. Return to the task. Measure effort you can control. Did you practice? Did you ask a useful question? Did you improve one small part? Progress often hides in these plain actions long before anyone else can see it. Vera Wang's path moved from the ice through Vogue and Ralph Lauren and into bridal design at 40. The connection was not obvious at the start. That is why her story reaches beyond fashion. Life may be shaping you through chapters you call failed, lost, or finished. You do not have to pretend they were easy. You only have to ask whether their lessons can serve the person you are becoming. Your next chapter does not need a dramatic announcement. Choose one old skill. Choose one new problem. Set one small test and give it a real date. Tell the truth about what the test can and cannot prove. It will not settle your whole future. It will give you evidence. Then review what happened, adjust, and try again if the path still holds meaning. You are allowed to grieve the dream that did not happen. You are allowed to feel late. You are allowed to move with care when the stakes are high. But do not confuse delay with defeat or an ending with emptiness. At 40, Vera Wang did not become a beginner with no past. She became a beginner with a past she could finally use. You can begin from where you are, carrying more than you know. If you're ready to take the next step in your journey, subscribe for weekly motivation.